Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am going to show you what I have in my new Let's Go on a Road Trip Traveler's Notebook. And I will show you how I have set up my little passport too, but I want to focus on this one first. So I got a whole bunch of inserts, most of them from Amazon. I did get some from the Traveler's Company, and let's get into it. So the first thing I got, which I thought was really cool, were these little canvas bags, and you have a pouch here, you have some space for cards over here, and then on the back side of the pouch, you have a zippered pouch. You can put like pencils or stickers and things like that into this pouch. So this is like one of my favorite things in here so far. And I ended up getting a smaller one for my passport because the passport is the one that I carry around in my bag with me. And I got this one in like a green color, and it's the same thing, just a smaller version of it. You have the pouch, you have a slot for some cards, and then on the other side you have a little zippered pouch that you can put, again, stickers and things like that inside of it. So I really liked these. I like the fact that they're sturdy and less prone to ripping. So that's the first thing that I have in there. Then the second thing that I have is pretty much the same as this canvas one, except for it's the plastic sleeve. Again, it has the zippered pouch. I do find that these don't last very long for me because I'm constantly putting stuff inside of them. So I'm kind of debating whether I want to take this one out fully and just use the canvas one, or use this one until it falls apart on me. And it has, again, the zipper on one side, and on the other side it has, where is the other side? Let me find it. Here it is. It has spots for some business cards or pictures. This has a bigger slot on this side, and then you have the smaller slots for pictures or business cards or stickers or whatever you want to put in there. So that was the second thing. Then I got one of the hard craft paper folders, and again, you can fill this up with things like ephemera and, you know, your business cards, receipts, whatever you want to put in there, put it in there. Then I have the insert that came with the notebook, and I debated on whether to use this or not. I didn't want to ruin it. I actually didn't want to use the whole notebook at all, but my husband is insisting that I use it because that's what I got it for. So I am using it. So this says, again, it's the same as the front, and I did start doing a couple of pages. I have our first page are just pictures of and Hello Kitty of me and my husband. And then I did a second layout of our trip to Arizona that we went to in February. And I just pulled a couple of pictures because my Hobonichi has like a bigger, I did each day that we were there, I did a layout for each day with pictures in it. So, and we were literally there 2 full days, and then 2 days of us traveling back and forth. So I did this spread, and this is the only stuff that I have in here because I literally just started to put this one together. And I intended to use this as a memory keeper for our traveling and stuff like that. But we probably won't be doing much traveling this coming year as my husband gets his health taken care of. And so I decided that I would use it kind of like as a scrapbook, because we still do things like go to different festivals, or we check out new stores, and he's always taking pictures because he is a photographer. And so I want to have this as our memory keeper for the year. Then I added another blank insert so that I continue on. I really like this craft paper though. I really like this. But I brought another one blank with the white paper. And this is a Traveler Company brand. You can see right there, it has Traveler's Company. And I took and put this in so that it can be a continuation of this, because my intention is to get all these notebooks filled out this year. Then, of course, I have the craft file folder in here and this. And at the very end, I did a little journal, which I only have one thing inside of it. So I'm not going to show that to you because it's private. And then I have, I took this from an Erin Condren and just cut off the little sides of it. And I have that in there in case I need it. And then I have my Traveler's Notebook brass clip, which I absolutely love. I love this. Absolutely love it. And I got this off of Amazon. It is the one with the airplane on it. It says, "Have a nice trip." And I can't wait until it starts to like turn, because brass looks so nice when it patinas. And then I have my little coffee bean, which I'm going to put on here. And hopefully I can get this on without much of a struggle. But that's like famous last words for me. So if you see my hands shaking really badly, it's because I suffer from something called essential tremors. And I have had this since I was 18. And so what usually happens is I get very, very shaky. And my medication, I don't know what is going on with these doctors these days, but I was supposed to have my medication and my doctor hasn't called the script in yet. So I haven't had my meds in approximately a week now. So I am a shaky mess until I get to my meds. Thankfully, other than the shakiness, it really doesn't affect me. So, so there's that. But I'm just gonna pop this on here. I was so excited to get this little bean. And trying to think which direction, probably this direction. Let's see if I get this right. Gonna put this right back through. And I debated also about getting rid of the blue or the gray rubber band, but I'm okay with it. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. Try to get this tied up again. Hopefully I won't make it too tight. It's about right, I think. Okay. And hopefully the bean is gonna lay in the right position, but let's see. No, of course it did not. I have to switch it out, but you guys get the idea. I'm not gonna do it now because I'll be here trying to fix this for hours. But my little coffee bean will be on there. And then I got, of course, you guys saw this in my last video with the Temu haul. I got these, which I'm really happy about. And I'm gonna use one in here, which I'll probably, that, perfect. And I can keep track of what I'm doing. And then the rest of them I'm gonna use in my passport one. So that's what I have in this one here so far. In my passport, I have a little bit more stuff and it got chunky really quickly. I also want to get one of those brass clips for this one, but I want to try to find a different version of it and not the airplane. But this one has, again, the canvas pocket. I have the plastic pocket where I have some of my business cards and my daughter's business cards. She owns a company called The Beaded Planet where she does beaded ear cuffs and jewelry. She does a great job. I'm very proud of her. And then I have the folder, which I decorated with some stickers. And I have in here a whole bunch of receipts and information from the hospital where my husband is currently at. This is a dump, basically. This notebook here is like a bullet journal slash reminder thing. So I have like things that I have to do. I have my book log in here. I have a order tracker for my beadwork. I haven't created an order tracker for the dolls that I make because I'm also a doll artist, because I just haven't gotten around to it. But I have the tracker for the beadwork. And then here I have my monthlies And this I use in conjunction with my Hobonichi, because my Hobonichi is what holds all of our appointments, all of the information that I need. And this does not leave my house, because if I lose this, I'm in big trouble. So this stays here. So I have, you know, I just got a blank monthly thing, and, you know, I have decorated some of the pages, but not really anything crazy on this. Then I had intended to use this little piece here as a scrapbook. So when I'm out, if I'm bored, I just can pull it out and fiddle around with it. I have some stickers that I put on there. This sticker I got from Tucson, and I didn't want to mess it up. So what I did is I just put double-sided tape on it and attached it with the double-sided tape. That way the sticker itself isn't ruined. Here's another sticker that I thought was pretty funny. So this is just going to be a memory keeper. So I have, again, a couple of pictures from Tucson. When we went there, I have a little bit more pictures here. These were from, they have downtown, they have a whole bunch of like murals that have been painted. Beautiful stuff. I did get a print of this one here. How beautiful that is. So I got a print of that. And then when I got my Lika-chan doll from Tommy Takara, I cut all the stuff that came with her. And the company that I purchased it from sent me a little origami heart. So I put that all in here because I thought it was cute and I didn't want to throw it away. And what else do I have here? Then I just kind of did a few layouts. This is when I rebranded my beadwork business, and I redid all of the you know, what do you call it, the logo and things like that. So that's what it looks like now. So that was my rebranding page. And this was just me fiddling around with some spring ephemera. So I did that. Then I was just bored. I stuck some stickers on here. I thought it was cute. So I put that there. And then this is all from my husband's hospital stay. We have the ticket from the garage that he was at. I had gotten us lunch because he will not eat hospital food. I picked us up some lunch at this little restaurant in Greenwich at Riverside called Six Happiness Gourmet. And it was so cute in there that I had to take a picture. And this was from the, what do you call it? The cookie, the fortune cookie. And then this is from the Smilo Cancer Hospital. They have a statue of a little girl playing on one of the floors. And somebody put a scarf around her head. And yesterday when I went in, she had beads and a whole bunch of other stuff on her. So some people just walk by and they like leave stuff on her. This was one of the hospital rooms that they moved my husband to. This is his favorite movie, which he claims that he's never seen, but he's seen a million times. This is our most current hospital room. These are just things that I've pulled off of the meals that we've had on my way over to the hospital. I bring him a treat or something. And then I did this with my new, the Let's Go on a Road Trip version, my little smaller planner. And then I also got a Instax printer. I have the Instax Polaroid, the one that looks like an old-fashioned camera that has the screen in the back, and I love it. But I can't carry that around all the time. So what I did is I got a little Instax printer, and it's great because it fits right inside of my pencil case. And yeah, so that works perfectly. And then that was all I put on here. And then this last notebook, I put it in here. It's completely blank at this point, but it's, actually it's not blank. I had done this as a commonplace book, which I'm trying to get into. I've never done a commonplace book, but I wanted to give it a try and use it as a place to put in quotes and things like that that I find or that I see that hold some kind of meaning to me. I'm not really good at like I said, this is the first one that I've done. So I have like some quotes that I had seen around that I thought were good. So I placed them in here. And then this is the other part of the file folder and the plastic sleeve. and then the other part of the canvas thing. And then I have a clip that came with the set of the plastic and the cardboard folder. So it's getting really, like, you know, everything's kind of like jammed up in there, which I don't really mind. So that is that one. And I'll be using this in here to hold my, this one, because I find that when I use this little clip, as cute as it is, it doesn't hold very well. So, but that is that. That's what I have in here. And, you know, I can give you kind of a quick brief look at my Hobonichi. I have been using Hobonichi now for about 3 years exclusively. This is the first year that I've gone back into my traveler's notebooks. I have an original Midori branded one. And that one is put away. I have kept it for all these years, but I never really used it. I used it when I first got it, don't get me wrong. And I was doing all my journaling and everything in there. But then I was trying to find planner piece. And I had a really bad experience with the Erin Condren website. I had ordered well before the year had ended. And it was like April and I still had not gotten my planner from them. So I decided at that point to cancel my order and to try to find something new. I had heard a lot of great stuff about the Hobonichi. I know that there's been some concerns about the paper this year not being the best. Honestly, I haven't had any issues with the paper, but I don't use this for scrapbooking or anything like that. I use this literally as my day-to-day daily planner. This is the appointments that you have. This is the information that I need to keep to make sure that I have phone numbers and things like that, especially with mine and my husband's health. So I got this little pouch, and inside of it, I usually have pencils and stuff, but I have my pencil lead because I love using pencils. And my favorite pencil right now is this one here. And this is a Kurutoga Uni. And I like the Uni, what do you call it? Pens. But I love this pencil. It writes so smooth. You barely have to worry about constantly clicking to get the pencil lead out. It erases really nicely. So this is by far my favorite so far. Then I have just stuff on this side that I have saved from the Hobonichi. This came with this year's, came with a little kind of comic book thing. I have some appointment stuff. I have a mini brand recipe there. I have some cards that were gifted to me. Some Frida Kahlo, which I have also tattooed on my arm, which you guys can't see, but that's her right there. And then I have my monthlies, which is the ones that I use the most. You know, you see April there. You see all of that. I have some more little cards with motivational quotes on it that I've kept in here. Then I have the weeklies. This is the second one that I use the most, and I just use this to remind myself about appointments. And I add extra paper in there if I need to make some notes that I'm not sure about. So that's my weekly. And then the dailies, I don't really use the dailies. What I did though is that when we went on vacation, I did put in here as many of the pictures that I could. But honestly, the dailies I don't really use, which I wish, I kind of wish that the Hobonichi had just, you know, a version of it with just the weeklies and the monthlies. Because I feel like this is all wasted space. You know, and sometimes I'll write notes on here and stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't use this, as you can see. I have a check here that I need to put away. And then my little cover, I've had this for 3 years. I absolutely love this. I got it from a vendor on Etsy. I have a little black kitty charm little black kitten. And yeah, that's what I have in these. These are the ones that I use the most. This one I carry with me all the time. This is kind of like a dupe of my Hobonichi. And then this one I will probably take with me when we go on vacation or we go on trips or something. And then I will switch it out when I need to. You know, I'll leave it here if I need to leave it here, but I don't have to take it with me. So that is that. That's all I have, guys. That's all I have to show you this time. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a like and follow me for more. So I'm hoping to do a little bit more content on the planners. I do have another YouTube channel. It's called The Doll Menagerie, and that focuses on my dolls and the dolls that I make and the dolls that I collect. I do have a huge collection of dolls from Barbie. Barbie's my biggest collection. Rainbow High, Monster High, and Blythe dolls and ball jointed dolls. So like the smart dolls and things like that. So if you want to check that out, I will put the link to that channel in the description below. So until next time, guys, again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. So bye.